Hey, welcome back to the Pen Hut. Just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit today about one of my favorite pens. I'll show you in a moment, but I'll tell you why or how I came to that conclusion. Basically, I've been collecting pens for a little bit over a year now, and just tried so many different kind of pens, different materials, different sizes, different weights, different what do you call it, different nibs, a lot of different things. And it wasn't until this past week when I went into Boston to look for a new pen for myself, something a little bit fancier, a little bit nicer, maybe a little bit more costly. And it was very difficult, honestly, to try to find a nice pen for myself because I watch YouTube videos all the time. I read blog posts. I check out a lot of articles online just to see, what are some good pens in a specific price range, and it's really difficult. So when I went there, I said, you know what? Let me try 3 or 4 different kind of pens, see how what they feel like. Maybe write with them a little bit and try to figure out, what might be the best fit for me. And honestly, I was very surprised. A couple of pens that I went to look at didn't really grab me as much when I held them in my hand. So here, I'm going to show you the pen that I'm talking about. A lot of you probably know what it is already, and you might be able to actually read it right there. So I didn't bring this with me, but they did have it at the store, and I just had them bring it out so I could compare this with some of the other the pens that I was looking at. And basically, I came to a conclusion, or a few conclusions really, that this is really, really, really close to my perfect pen in characteristics. So it is kind of a medium to large pen. I'd say in the medium range. It is. I do like the cigar shape. Doesn't have to be cigar shaped as long as like this middle area is that thick, I guess. They're very, very comfortable. I definitely prefer rhodium or silver over gold, but there are some pens that look really nice in gold. The other thing that I really like about this pen here is the section right here. It's rather large. The space is rather large, so it makes it very comfortable. I feel like over time, if you write a lot, at least myself, my fingers do start creeping back a little bit. So not having a super sharp step or some threads here that aren't super sharp make it very, very comfortable. This is definitely a pen that I like to post. It just, because it's so lightweight, it just makes the balance like almost perfect for me. So that was one thing that I was looking at, is I wanted something that wasn't super heavy. And actually the other thing, which I didn't mention already, is I definitely prefer the twist caps. And I'm not sure why. I just feel like for whatever reason that just seems a little bit more classy or elegant, or I don't know what it is. The pull-off caps are nice, but sometimes I worry that I'm going to pull it too hard, or if you do pull it a funny way, a little bit of ink will come out of the nib. Versus like this, I can feel that it's secure, and I'm perfectly happy. So the majority of the pens that I favor are going to have the twist cap on and off there. The other thing that I really like about this pen is the nib. It's a fantastic, fantastic nib. They do say that some of the Sailor pens have a lot of feedback, or some feedback, not a lot, sorry, some feedback. I generally prefer my nibs to be very smooth and wet, but the feedback on this is just awesome. It has its own unique little bit of feedback, but it writes really, really smooth, which is nice. So that was the other thing, is when I was looking at these new pens as options, I was trying to compare, what the nib felt like, if it was smooth, if it was scratchy, this and that. And actually the pen that I ended up choosing had a little bit of ink starvation, so they were able to get it to flow a little bit better. So I love this pen. If you've never held one, you'll see that they are really lightweight, which makes them very comfortable to write with, and over time it doesn't really get super heavy. So when I saw this one on sale, I did end up picking this one up a couple of weeks back, and this is a Pro Gear. So you basically get these two styles. So this is the 1911 large, and this is the Pro Gear. They're roughly the same width, roughly. But then this one has the flat top and the flat bottom, which a lot of people prefer. I prefer this style, but I do like having both styles handy, and I do like this yellow and black. I thought that was nice. So yeah, so these are both fantastic, and I think I have the same nib size on both. Just looking at it here, it is a 21 karat. I believe it is a size 8, but I could be mistaken. And they make large, very nice, large nibs there. Let me see if I can get it to focus a little bit better. Very, very nice. Very nice there. So I really like them. So you're probably curious what I did end up getting, and I'm going to show you right over here. It is a different brand for me. It's the first of this brand, but I ended up getting this Aurora Optima Oroloid, which is nice, nice material that you have there. And I was surprised because the other pens that I looked at were a little bit more on my radar initially, and then when I tried this one out, so there it's fairly light, even though it does have a little bit of like metallic areas here. This section here is phenomenal. I would actually say that this is a better section even than the Sailor. If you can see how long it is from front to back, and even the threads there are not very very sharp whatsoever. So, and it has this nice little curve on the front here too. So if you do start creeping closer to the nib, it kind of stops you. So it's super comfortable, very lightweight. I actually do prefer posting my pens. If I post a pen and it's too heavy, a lot of times it's not right for me, because it's most likely that first part of the pen there is not long enough. But this one was fantastic. The nib, I don't know if I could see, yeah, it's kind of an awkward angle. Sorry. The nib is really nice. Has a nice nice design there, and these are really nice too, because Aurora actually makes their nibs in-house, which is pretty rare nowadays. Aurora is a Italian company, and it has a nice engraving, not engraving, but a little, I guess it is an engraving right there. I don't think you can see it, but they do that on the majority of their pens. Just puts a little bit more detail there. Top is just a flat, shiny or glossy black, which is nice. The clip is really nice. It is a little bit stiff, but it's, because it's rounded, as you can see there, it's very easy to clip onto things. And mainly, like, just the way that this one wrote, this has definitely more feedback than the Sailor. But once they opened up the tines a little bit to get more ink flow, it became really nice. And I really like the color. It's a really nice. And it's funny too, because I was actually saying I should get myself a red pen, and it just so happened that this was available. But yeah, I mean, for all the reasons that I like the Sailor, pretty much were the reasons why I ended up picking up this pen. It's just super nice, very high quality. I would say it's easily, I'm trying to remember how much I paid for this, but it's almost twice the price, I would say, somewhere around there. But it's worth it. It is fantastic. So yeah, so I don't know. I mean, I think that's part of the hobby, you know, is trying to figure out what aspects of a pen you prefer, what you favor, and really knowing that and learning that. So you don't go out and just buying stuff randomly, or buying it just because it looked nice on a blog post, or it looked nice on a video, or on a photo. Because everything is very different when you actually get it in your hand. So that's probably what I'm trying to say here, is when possible, try to get some pens and use them in real life, and get a feel for them to see what might be a good option for you. So I was very happy to be able to go to a store close by that had a nice assortment of pens for me to look at. And I don't know, I'm just super pleased with this pen here. I mean, I'm very pleased with these, but I don't know, I can't say enough good things. And I mean, I haven't had it too long, but I've been wanting to write pretty much every day since I got the pen, which says a lot, I think. So thanks for checking out the video. Please subscribe below, and hope to see you guys soon. Thank you.